Grandpa, it's the spring edition of Mr. Dirt Track. It's time to get it on.
Green flag flies, the field flies into turn number one, and it's Stuart Friesen easing to the inside, trying to grab the early race lead. He'll do it in the back straightaway. The Halmar 44 out in the clear air, ahead of Kevin Root, who pulls in behind, but now Root will go up top off of turn number 4. He's got second here as they flash by to complete number 1.
It'll be Friesen in control as they head up into turn number 1 and 2 as they dance off the corner. Friesen picking up the pony tire, just running away and trying to hide. Now we've got Mark Johnson going after the 88 of Matt Williamson. That's the battle for position number 3 and 4. Throw Bacchetti's 4 car into the mix. The Wild Child holding on to position number 5 as he brings it across the stripe, looking at the 3 of Mark Johnson. He'll try the top side into turn number 1.
Bacchetti going to go to the top side here through turns 1 and 2. Around Johnson he'll go. And now he'll challenge the 88 of Williamson. Williamson taking that lane away, shutting the door on the Wild Child there momentarily as they work their way off of turn number 4. Once again, Bacchetti trying to make an advance, going to work on the Buzz Chew Chevrolet sponsored 88 of Williamson.
And Bacchetti gets a great run off the east end of the Speedway. That's where he's making the majority of his passes, off of corner number 1 and 2. Williamson's going to try back underneath him through corner number 4. Can't make it work. Bacchetti now clears the 88 of Williamson. He is into position number 3, and he is going to try and reel in the 4-star of Kevin Root as he gets around the 11A of Kyle Armstrong, who's down 1 lap.
In hand, ready to turn him loose once again. Stuart Friesen's got a wide open raceway up in front of him now. Green is out, and Friesen going to pick up where he left off down here in the turn number 1, pacing the field.
Working it off the turn as Andy Bacchetti takes the 2 spot away from the orange and black number 4 of Kevin Root. Let's see if he's got anything for the 44 Friesen. He's going to take a look to the inside, but Friesen a little bit stronger on the top shelf as he comes around and completes lap number 31.
Stuart Friesen clicking off lap number 47 as he works up off of turn number 2. Still a half a straightaway before he finds the next car in line. But now that battle for second heats up once again. Williamson down to the inside of Bacchetti. He's going to make the move down to turn number 3, and looks like you're going to have a new second place man as Matt Williamson has gone to the runner-up position.
Matt Williamson, the Buzz Chew 88 car, has taken over the second place spot now from Andy Bacchetti. So Bacchetti's big charge up to second spot. Now challenged as Money Matt has made his way by here, taking over that second place position. So now Matt Williamson,
too, almost in the tracks of Andy Bacchetti. Watching the way Bacchetti goes into the corners, this time down in the west end, Shepard does the opposite. He drops down low, leaves the Wild Child up high. But Matt Shepard studying the line that Andy Bacchetti has been running, and he has now deviated once again. He'll drop down to the inside off turn 2.
And that may cost Bacchetti as here comes Shepard into turn number 3 on the west end. Super Matt going after the Wild Child. That's for the 3rd spot. They'll drag race off of turn number 4, and it will be Shepard with a nose in front for position number 3 here on lap number 57.
been battling with Kevin Root earlier in this event. Now about to put Root down a lap here off of turn number 4. Works Stuart Friesen as we click off lap number 65 here in front. And race on for that second place spot as Matt Williamson finds Matt Shepard down on the inside in lap chapter. Here goes Shepard down low. Williamson gets caught behind the lap car now of Kevin Root. That's all Matt Shepard needed to take over second. He's going for more as he is rapidly closing in on Stuart Friesen here.
He's not finished on this one, John, as he is closing in on the number 44 of Friesen into turn number 1 and 2. Friesen off the corner. Shepard gets a run off of turn number 2 on the low side. That's where he is making his hay right now on the bottom. He'll pull even terms with Friesen. Tries to throw the slider. Can't quite do it, but they'll drag race to the line. It will be Friesen by a half car length into turn number 1.
Side to side for the race lead here in the spring edition of Mr. Dirt in 2021. Matt Shepard, Super Matt, has gotten by Stuart Friesen. Friesen has led all 67 laps up to this point. But now we've got a new race leader in the form of Super Matt Shepard.
Emerald Silk in the air already. Green flag is back out. We are back underway, and down into turn number 1, it's going to be Super Matt showing the way.
And Tim Sears Jr. is off the pace. The 83X, a sensational drive for the young driver out of Fulton, out of Clay, New York, now fires it back up, but loses a bunch of spots as they race into 3 and 4.
Working her way up here through turn 3 and 4, down on the front straightaway. It's Shepard, Friesen, and that battle for third now goes side to side. As that time Shepard got way up to the outside off of turn number 2. Turn 3 and 4. Shepard now going to ease into the accelerator. He'll mash the gas off of turn number 4. We're back underway down here on the front stretch. Shepard going to win the race down into turn number 1 by a couple of car lengths. He'll work off turn 2 as your leader.
As they dance down the back straightaway, here comes Mark Johnson underneath the 88 of Matt Williamson, looking to grab position number 4. That opens the door for RJ. RJ takes a look to the inside. Couldn't do it that time. He'll go to the top now into turn number 1.
Smoke off the backside of the Halmar International 44 car. Stuart Friesen showed a wisp of smoke at the entrance to turn number 1. There's the smoke again in turn 3, and Andy Bacchetti just broke. Bacchetti is off the pace in turn 3 as now things starting to unfold here in the late stages. 20 laps to go, and Stuart Friesen with a huge plume of smoke.
And that's not fog we're seeing out of the back end of the 44 as they race their way into turn number 3. Bacchetti down into the infield, out of harm's way. That smoke still rolling. That could be an oil line or something. It happens when it comes off the corner like that, and a big blue streak. Oh, that's terminal that time right there.
And we see the liquid laid down on the racetrack now as they work their way up, and there's the fire. It's over for the 44 car, Stuart Friesen.
That Shepard has, but watch what Williamson gains into turn 3.
Matt Williamson again closing that ground up to the top around the Jimmy Phelps car off of 4. White flag in the air here.
Final time into turn number 1 and 2. Matt Williamson, does he have anything for Matt Shepard? They'll work the back stretch down into turn number 3. Shepard, a 4-car length advantage into corner number 3 and 4. The Herlock Auto and Speed ride. Here comes Williamson on the bottom. He can't make it work. The spring edition of the Mr. Dirt Track USA goes to Matt Shepard.